Things are getting interesting. Before Rigathi Gachagua came back to Kenya, very many Kenyans were expecting that upon his arrival, millions of Kenyans were going to welcome him, going on how some of his allies, such as Malala, were talking. Cleophas Malala made it appear that millions were going to welcome Rigathi Gachagua. And they really explained it very nicely that upon Rigathi landing, they were going to have a procession from JKIA through Central Business District and then to Kamkunji. And we were expecting a very huge turnout. The most disappointing bit about it, the turnout was very low. Very, very low. And Rigathi Gachagua's team were not even able to fight off goons who stopped their procession. A leader in the make of Rigathi Gachagua, or a leader who has made Kenyans believe he controls a huge chunk of votes, we were expecting his supporters to turn out in their thousands, if not millions, to accompany him and, if possible, fight off the goons. That never happened. Goons attacked, and then that was the end of the procession. Rigathi Gachagua had to flee, leaving leaders supporting him, addressing pockets of their supporters. And Kenyans are still having varied opinions. Discussions are still going on. Let's listen to Makerena, a political activist, for his sentiments are going to inform the basis of our analysis right now. Listen to this.
Kusema ukweli leo nimesikia aibu sana. Mimi kuna kitu ningeomba watu wetu wa mlima na ndugu yetu Gachagua. Kubali tu yaishe. Kubali yaishe, huyu jamaa ako na power. Hata askari niliambia kina Kaja na Murkomen nimwazitume askari huko. Hakuna Mkikuyu ama Mmeru atafunga kazi yake juu unatoka Amerika. Hawa ni pesa, waitie pesa ndio wakuje. Kikuja afunge duka yake ama afunge viatu zake. Ndio akuja ati akungojea hapo ati juu unakuja asitue. Ai ngumu. Hata Leo Gachagua anainua mikono peke yake juu kwa gari. Juu ya nini? Hao wako kazi. Sasa hii vitisho yote Malala. Niliambia huyu fala kutoka Luya hapa. Huyu Malala, itakuwa holiday kwa nani? Askari wa traffic walikuwa kwa barabara, watu wa bonda walemavu. Hata wale walemavu wanachezanga nini? Watu tumeshinda kazi. Ile aibu nakwambia watu wa DCP mmeingiza leo. Mungejua haki ya Mungu hata mungeongea. Ni aibu gani? Ni aibu, kwa nini mnajiweka aibu hivyo? Mutangaze kila ndege president amesema ndege indivatiwa juu ya mtu takate mtu bure. Gachagua woi ana hiyo.
Let's put the remarks into perspective. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. Yes. Truth be said, the events that happened today confirms beyond any reasonable doubt that Rigathi Gachagua is overrated. Or if he's not overrated, he overrates himself. He has not reached that league where he's trying to force himself into. That's something coming out very clearly. If you compare Raila Odinga and Rigathi Gachagua, I think it will take so many years for Kenya to have a popular opposition leader such as Raila Odinga. The kind of support Raila Odinga has been getting, not even the past presidents have gotten. If you look on how Mwai Kibaki was elected, in 2002, that was the only time Mwai Kibaki was voted across board by Kenyans from almost all the communities. His re-election, he was only voted mainly majority vote by the Kikuyus. And then came Uhuru. If you look at Uhuru Kenyatta, his support base was mainly the mountain and the Kalenjin Rift Valley. And then with Ruto, his support base again was mainly the mountain and the Kalenjin Rift Valley. In all these presidential elections, Raila Odinga's support base has been cutting across board. Almost all Kenyan communities have been supporting Raila Odinga. And anytime Raila called for a political rally, then Kenyans themselves, his diehard supporters, would turn out in their thousands to listen to him. Raila needed not to mobilize anybody by giving out money. With Rigathi Gachagua, it seems to appear that his supporters don't listen to him. He has to use money in order for his supporters to show up. And that came out very clearly today. On the aspect that Kikuyus cannot leave their businesses to attend political rallies, I don't know the truth behind that, but we did see them welcoming Uhuru when Uhuru and Ruto were leaving Hague. How comes Rigathi Gachagua was not able to get such crowds Uhuru got? It's very clear that Rigathi Gachagua is still building himself politically. He has not reached that stage where Uhuru was when he went to Hague. Rigathi is still building himself politically. And as he builds himself politically, from what we have seen in the past, it normally starts from home. As of now, Rigathi's support base mainly comprises of the Kikuyu community. These other tribes have not embraced Rigathi Gachagua, and they will only embrace him if he plays good politics. Every now and then Rigathi talks about the mountain. If he continues that way, then these other tribes will shun him. And also, if you look at the opposition, the more Rigathi is presenting himself as the best opposition's candidate, then he's really doing a lot of damage to the opposition. It would be better if Kalonzo or even Matiang'i presents himself maybe as the undisputed opposition leader. At least Kenyans can see there is a little bit of a change, but not Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi's candidature is creating this feel of two-tribe ethnic domination, where the presidency just rotates between the Kalenjins and the Kikuyus. So Rigathi presenting himself as the best bet for the opposition, he is clearly killing the opposition. He should somehow take a low profile. Even if he knows he's the best, let him create this feel that is ready to support any other opposition leader. But he should not be coming out very strongly to state that is the best. He has more numbers. He'll make these other leaders run away from him. The more he projects himself as the best, William Ruto is clearly gaining support. Not that William Ruto is good or that Kenyans love him. Kenyans don't love Ruto. What makes Kenyans now to love Ruto is Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi cannot be an option. If Ruto is bad, then Rigathi Gachagua is almost 1,000 times worse off than Ruto. Kenyans are not supporting Ruto because Ruto is good or because he has delivered, but because Rigathi is presenting himself as the opposition's candidate. That's exactly what is happening here, ladies and gentlemen. And the best bet for the opposition, if at least they want to give William Ruto a run for his money, maybe a Matiang'i Kalonzo's ticket, not a Rigathi's ticket. A Rigathi's ticket will give William Ruto an easy win. Today's welcome and arrival was a clear flop. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.